Okay, good morning. Welcome to Tokyo. For you guys that are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Griff with Griff Abroad, and my wife and I, we retired and we've been traveling, slow traveling, for the past 3 years in Southeast Asia. And we finally found a place to settle down in Bangkok, Thailand. But at the same time, as you can tell, I'm in Tokyo because we still enjoy traveling throughout our retirement. So we're here in Tokyo for the month of November. And as you can see, I'm kind of bundled up a little bit because it is cooler here in Tokyo than Bangkok, Thailand. And oh gosh, I can feel it. I bought this hoodie actually back in spring of this year for our trip to Tokyo. So lucky I still had this hoodie to wear because it is cool here. But anyways, here's Tokyo. You gotta love it. You walk past the vending machines here and there you go. You have coffee, teas. But anyways, that kind of reminds me of a popular debate that was going around on social media. And I don't know if it's still happening right now, but it was talking about people in the personal finances and trying to find ways to save money. And also, there's this big discussion about, I think Starbucks. They're saying how, I don't know, these financial influencers or people talking about Starbucks. And also, I think Dave Ramsey might have even mentioned about how if you would not spend money on Starbucks, how you could make money or invest your money. And there's a big debate. It's like people talk about how, that doesn't make a big difference. But I was having a conversation with one of my friend's sons. He was graduating high school, was going off to college, and he, heard that I had a background in finance and that I was retiring early. And so he was talking to me. I was at my friend's house back in the States, and we were talking, and he was talking about, how did we retire early, or how do you invest in finance? And I was mentioning to him about one important thing that I think if you guys have kids that are looking at how to manage money or finance, and also show them how investing works, show them the compound interest calculator. And compound interest in that calculator, I think, is probably the most valuable tool for anybody that wants to understand how to invest and how to prepare for the future. Because if you can see what can be in the future in regards to money, that can also be a motivator. So I showed this young man, he's going to college, but still a young man to me. I showed this young man on my cell phone the investment calculator. And I told him, look at this, you can take a certain amount of money and let's go ahead and use that Starbucks analogy. Let's say you spend an average of $5 on Starbucks a day, every day, for a week. That comes to about $35 a week. And then you take that and multiply that for the month. You're looking at $140 a month, possibly. And then if you take that $140 a month and you put it into the compound calculator and you also let it grow for over 30 years at a, let's say, average 8% interest rate, you're looking at $190,000 at the end of that 30 years. And when I showed him that how compound interest works through the calculator, he was like, oh my gosh, that $5 a day can get me to $190,000. And I was like, yeah, this is how it works. And that totally changed the way that he perceived that every dollar that he could put towards investing now can get him to a certain amount at the end. That was his motivating factor of like, wow, this is amazing. I never knew. And so that got me thinking, that, as parents, or even if you never even saw interest compounding calculator, that might be something that you may be able to show your kids or also use yourself to kind of motivate you, as well as to kind of realize how investing the proper way can get you that point. And that's also helped us to retire early. So after having that discussion, my friend's son, he went ahead and then also contacted me later on and saying, you know, how should I invest or what should I invest in and whatnot. And I told him that, you know, I really can't tell him what to invest in, but it's more a matter of starting with just a small amount in a very simple, I guess, way of investing. And that would be pretty much like an ETF, right? You get like an ETF, like the big diversified ETFs, like you have the VOO, right, the Vanguard, S&P 500, or maybe you also have maybe QQQ, which is based upon the NASDAQ, something that's going to be more diversified ETF to just get started. It's a slow process. At the same time, I want to kind of show him how these individual funds can grow over time and how much they've grown over time, because these funds have a track record. And that's one thing you want to do when it comes to investing. You want to make sure to invest in something that has a track record so you can see the progression and you can see the consistency of that fund. So, but yeah, that's kind of like the subtle advice, but I told him more or less, you want to start researching first. You don't just ask somebody, say, oh, what do I invest in, and then just go blindly and invest in it. That's not the way to invest, in my opinion. The best way to invest is that you prepare yourself by educating yourself. And that's what I told them. You educate yourself, but there's first things first. Start off small. You don't have to invest a lot of money right away. You can start off small, but it's more about consistency. Consistency to invest gradually over time. And guess what? As time grows, compounding grows, also your end amount of money you have at the end also grows. So there you go. But I know it's kind of a strange conversation to have today here in Japan, but at the same time, those vending machines kind of reminded me of that conversation I had with them. And I thought, you know what, this is kind of a relevant information for you guys to think about when it comes to investing and preparing for your future in regards to your retirement. And those of you that are interested in, retiring early, that you got to also give you time is the biggest factor when it comes to, compound interest, and give yourself a lot of time so that your money can grow for you and work for you, so that at the end you have a big chunk of money sitting there waiting for you. But so anyways, that was kind of a really random discussion topic today, but at the same time, you know what? It works. But I'm enjoying my time here in Tokyo. And I'm kind of in the outskirts of the main area of Tokyo, because a lot of people, when they think of Tokyo, they hear about Shinjuku, Shibuya, maybe Akihabara. There's different other areas that are really popular in Tokyo. But here, we're kind of on the outskirts in the suburbs. And it's a beautiful autumn day here. I'm kind of walking the sidewalks and enjoying myself and making this video for you guys. But but I'll be here for this month of November, so I'll be making more videos here from Japan and kind of talk to you guys not only about finance, but also what it's like to retire abroad. So till next time, guys, hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you back next episode. Bye-bye.